Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the U-Rock TV Postgame. I hope you enjoyed that show. Appreciate y'all. Chat is now open to everyone. Well, that's good. Hello, my lovely wife. I smelt that. I smelt it. And Leela is here with us. Good to see you, Leela. Professor Boomer. Crowmaster. Man, it's so good to see you. DJ Big Red, thank you so much, man. Helping out. And Hugh Caldwell, guitar. Professor, everybody here. Garlic and broccoli. Oh, yeah. She always makes broccoli the nights I do shows, and then I have to sit here and smell, the smell of broccoli. It's an amazing smell, right? Oh, man. Hey, David. All right. Let's see if anybody else. Is anybody else gonna sneak in here? John Swanson, good to see you. Good to see you. What are we gonna? No, no broccoli. What is that like? Hey, Jade Star, welcome. What was that? George Bush Sr. Wasn't he the president? He said, "Not gonna do it. Not gonna eat broccoli." Bro, we're not eating broccoli. No. Anyway, so I didn't come here to tell you that. I have to tell you, this is a very kind of a candid stream that I'm doing here today. Because I'm going to tell you that I've been going through it the past few days, and nothing's wrong. I mean, I'm not any worse off than I was a few days ago or whatever. I almost quit doing YouTube. That's real shit. I almost quit doing YouTube. And this is a whole mess of reasons why that is. And but you really have to thank Jade Star and Brad and Russ and Dave. I have an idea. Because they talked me out of it. But like this whole thing is just like, yeah. Like this show had done so badly compared to where it was. Like, what are we? We're I think 7 episodes in with U-Rock TV, and like the shit had really. It's not only like views and stuff like that. Like it's not that. But submissions down, way down. Like like this week I wasn't sure there was going to be a show. And that's just being real, you know what I mean? And that's kind of why I wanted to make this stream public, because I want to be transparent, and I've decided not to do that. I've decided to continue for at least the time being, but things have been not great. Hello, Pete Johns. This may not be a good episode for Pete Johns. I'm sorry. But yeah. Do most of the submissions come? Well, that's the thing. See, doing hey, Crow Alexander, man, it's so good to see you. It's been a while. So no, I mean the thing is, like, I try, wanted to have the submissions in by Monday so I could do the show on Monday, and do the recording and everything. What has I think on almost every case has been happening. Hey, Gary Hubbs, good to see you, man. Yeah, I've I've heard you've been having a rough time as well. I'm sorry to hear that. Um, but yeah, it's like, I wanted to have the songs in by Monday because that gives me Monday night. And then if I need to do any extra work, I can do it on Tuesday, and I'm not like trying to, because last night I stayed up until, what was it, like 4 in the morning getting that together. I literally uploaded the video at 4 a.m. Well, I'll tell you, next week I'm going to be doing the show live. So we're going to see how that goes. We're going to go back to live, but it's going to be different though. It's not going to be like what it was 2 months ago. It's not going to be a 4 hour long show. Don't worry about that. It's going to be like kind of like it is now, except I'm going to do it live. We'll see how that works. We'll see if that changes the trajectory a little bit. And we'll see how that goes. But this is really like the thing about You Rock and You Rock TV. Like, this is the show that keeps this channel going, because any of the other shows I do, and ain't nobody watching those. I mean, some people watch them. Like, I don't want to, because I love the people that come to Hour of Rock. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it this weekend, and that's only because my voice says every once in a while my voice just craps out, and it's picked this time to do it. And then this morning I was like, I might be getting sick on top of it because I was like coughing, and you know how you get that cough and it hurts in the back of your throat a little bit, and it's like, hey, on the collective, good to see you. You get that cough and it hurts the back of your throat, and like there's a 50-50 chance I could wake up tomorrow, I could be fine. I don't feel bad, except for that. And when you get that cough and it starts to hurt, it's like, it could be bronchitis coming on. I hope that's not the case, but time will tell the tale. Check for strep. Could be that. It's not like a constant pain. It's not even like it was more. I think it was worse when I woke up this morning. It's probably not as bad now, but yeah, it just happens. I thought about learning falsetto. I do falsetto on some songs, but when it gets like this, it's hard to do. When it gets like this, it gets a little bit harder to do. Showing your show to 50 locals and family here in Longabon, and they love you. That is awesome. I love to hear that. I really do appreciate that, and you rock, man. So yeah, and it's not even a thing of where I don't want to do the show. I want to do the show. You know what I mean? But if the tracks aren't coming in, if the videos aren't coming in, then it gets kind of difficult to do it. You know what I mean? Because I thought about like, well, I could go back and go to like old submissions from shows and put that in, but the show must go on. Yeah, I mean that's kind of the way the conclusion that I came to, thanks to Jade and Brad and Russ and so forth. But yeah, and there's something going on around here where it's a really bad flu, and in hospitals, hospitalization is actually like picking up with it. So I don't know. But we'll just like, as far as that goes, it's just one of those things. It's that time of year, getting to be cold, and change of the seasons and everything, and yeah, it's it is what it is, Let's poll for your top 10 members. Now I've decided not to do that, so don't worry. At least for now. And I'm gonna try to do the best that I can. And it's also a matter of too that I have I'm back to work during the week, so let me walk you through what like a typical week for me is like. So I have a weekend gig that I have to do on the weekends, and it's only an hour. and it's Saturday and Sunday I have to do that. Um, so let's just say Sunday, get up, do that, go, some shopping I have to do then on a Sunday after that, and then, I get home. Uh, yeah, I work at two different, excuse me, there we go. I work at two different colleges, but so I have to do the one thing that I do for college on Saturday, it's early afternoon on Saturdays, and then um on Sunday as well. So I come home, usually watch the Steelers game because that's usually at 1 o'clock, but sometimes they move it around. And I go. Jade Star does her rant show, so I watch that and mod for that, and then Pete has his Your Music Live show, so I mod for that, and then he usually does a post game. He does a post game show kind of like this as well. In fact, he could probably claim that I stole the idea, I guess. But it is what it is. We all steal off each other. It's just the way it works. And then yeah, Monday during the week I have to get up at 8 a.m., work like 7.5 hours, and then usually there's 3 or 4 shows going on, and it just gets to be a lot. You know what I mean? And then as far as like, I'm a thief. I know. It's freaking awful. So yeah, I mean, it's just like, without getting too, it's a lot. It just becomes a lot, and I want to make music and stuff. And by the time I do all these things, well, thank you, Pete. I appreciate that. You give your blessing on that. Yes. Hi, my name is Pete, and this is the Happy Hour. Anyway, but yeah, you do all this stuff, and I love doing it. I love helping out and doing what I can for everybody, but it does get to be a lot, and sometimes I feel bad that I can't be at more places and do more things, but like, it just gets to be a lot, and I've been working on an album since the summer, and when I have the summer, I get 3 months. Now, I'm very fortunate. I'm very fortunate. I realize that in being able to get 3 months every year where I can just focus on this stuff, which is cool. Because I still have the weekend gig over the summer, but that's not really much of anything. But yeah, it's kind of like a summer vacation. This is what happens when you work for schools. They have summer vacations. It's I think every job should have that. I would if they put a thing on the ballot to vote for everybody having a summer vacation, except for maybe like doctors and nurses and stuff, I would vote for that. Okay. But yeah. And we have had a lot of tragedy. I don't want to belabor that too much, but the thing is, yeah, if I wasn't streaming, I'd be doing nothing. Yeah, I get that too. I do. I get that too, because like I do, like when the camera's on, and when I was talking with Jade about this yesterday. Like when the camera's on and stuff, you enjoy it. It's not this part that I don't like. It's all the other stuff. It's all the work that goes into it, and just the time that you have to invest into things, and like but you want to do all this stuff, but you also want to continue to make music and stuff at the same time. So I just have to work to find, I think, I crashed out a little bit as far as that goes. But I have to find a better balance for all these things and stuff, and still be able to create music, because I got an album that's, I'm telling you, like, I'm I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. It may not be anybody's cup of tea, and I'm fully prepared for that, because I did that. What are we on? Album number 20. So I've done it 19 times before. But uh, life with Thomas. Yes. Hey Ray, it's been a long time. Um, I think people treat capitalism as the cult of rational people, even though it's just everyone spending money to make money and making money to spend money. Yeah, you kind of you get it. You get it. Um, so yeah, it's just it's hard to put all this stuff into words, really, but I'm just trying to find a balance of things, and make this work, and still have the time to make these shows what I want them to be. And not only that, um, you know, there's probably additional things that I'd like to do as well. But well, thank you so much. But I appreciate that. Um, I'm kind of learning to do that a little bit as I go, because like doing the show live was doing the show live was it kind of makes it easier in a way, um because you kind of just do it. um I do like having the pre-recorded. I do like having the actual videos. And the reason I like having the actual videos, and even doing the show live next week, I'm still going to be using videos that people send in rather than just playing them. Because if you're playing off of YouTube, you're getting compressed on the way out. I mean, YouTube compresses everything, so you're getting compressed on the way out, and then you're putting it through another YouTube stream and you're compressing it again. So in order to get the best sound quality, my theory is, if you play the actual videos, which is what MTV always did, I think you'll get a better result. But also, um, when did I change from live to pre-recorded? Well, it was about 7 or 8 weeks ago. um, yeah, you get degradation, and not only that, there's you play a video on YouTube. You guys know, there's glitches and stuff that happen with YouTube sometimes. And then there's just the awkward transition too. But I think I have a way worked out where I can do it with VLC. If I put all the this is getting really technical right now. If I put all the blocks of videos together and have those just all ready to go, I figured out something on VLC where I can just hit play. It'll go over to that monitor. It'll be in full screen, and it'll just play, and I'll have all the titles and everything will be already in there, because I used to have to copy and paste those individually as each song was playing, which that part drove me crazy because I'm also trying to like watch the chat and everything. I'm trying to maybe pay attention a little bit to what the videos were doing. And yeah. So just trying to do it. If I move my show to a new day, but when would that be? And I'm not quite sure. OBS. Yes, I've tried it. I started off with OBS. Strangely enough, not the best thing to start out with, but it kind of is the best thing to start out with in a way, because it's the hardest thing. So if you learn to do OBS, you can figure everything else out. But what I did is, for a long time, I did OBS for a little while. I kind of oscillated between OBS and StreamYard, and did the times I was doing StreamYard for this show, and then doing what was, it's Hour of Rock now, but it used to be Thomas Christ Live. I was doing that with doing the Thomas Christ Live with OBS, and then doing this show with StreamYard. And then I moved over to this EV Mux thing, which everybody was ranting and raving about. Hey, Michael, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know if it's just because you have to upload a video. I don't know. I feel like that's not too hard of a thing. And I do, I don't know. I don't like to advertise this too much because I don't want everybody to do this. But if the form's not working for you, just email the damn thing to me, and I'll work it out. Because there's a couple artists that send me things over email, and thank you so much. Oh my God, bloody ritual, you are legendary. You are legendary. Gifting all these memberships, and you rock. You rock. Thank you so much. But yeah, I do that. I don't want to advertise it too much. Yeah, the forum always works fine for me because for everybody that does that, what I do is I go to one of those YouTube downloads, a bit shady kind of a thing, but it seems to work. I go to one of these like YouTube download things and I download the video and I just fill out the form myself. So, and the reason I do that is because I don't want to forget. I don't want to leave somebody out or anything like that. Like I could just take the video and put it in the folder, and but I want it all to be in the spreadsheet. So if it all goes to the form, it all goes to the spreadsheet. So I can't you can't blame me. It all goes there. So then I can just sort it out in order and where it needs to go and stuff, and it's make sure that we have everybody. It is my goodness. I hope there's enough people watching to get that. Maybe if they come later, they might still be able to get it. I don't know if they've all been given out or not. We have a video upload thing. Yeah. But like I said, if you yeah, a little bit. What scares me about the YouTube downloaders is that I mean it's a video file. Nothing can really be in a video file, I don't think, but they get shut down from time to time. And YouTube sometimes what they do is and you have these, I mean there's like plugins you can get in your browser that can download videos, but what happens is over time those sites just stop working. So my big fear would be I could just tell everybody just give me the YouTube thing and I'll download them myself. A lot of them have like limits where they only let you do it for so long and then they throttle you. And the other thing that they do is, like I said, with YouTube, they change their codec and then all of a sudden none of those things work. So I always worry that it won't work. And then I'll have to say to somebody, I'm sorry, I can't have you on the show because I can't download your video. YouTube Premium. So there's some kind of downloading in YouTube, but I don't think it's what I'm talking about. Like you don't have it. Like you might have it. Like it might be downloaded in a way that you can watch it on demand if you don't have internet connection, but you can't. Yeah, you can't. I don't think you can like download it in a way that you could play it in some other thing. And what's a shame is you used to be able to, because I did some research on this. You used to be able to play YouTube directly through VLC, but they changed something and now you can't do it. So, you mentioned YouTube is dying. What do you think is the next better solution? Your guess is as good as mine. There's been a lot of competitors, like I mentioned in that show. There's been a lot of competitors to YouTube, and the thing about that is they've all failed. They've all failed. There was like Vimeo, there was like Daily Motion. Some of these things still exist, but they never really caught on. So I think we're kind of just stuck at the mercy of YouTube. I don't rely on anything, not even waking up the right side of the ground. For downloading, it's just viewing your videos offline. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. It's just yeah. Yeah, oh, you can download your own videos, yeah, but you can't download other people's videos, not where you could keep or play it someplace else other than YouTube. Um, I build for a living software platforms like YouTube, and yeah, I've tried to launch alternatives. It's just it's too big. Um, and people wonder why I'm about to drop the tube for another service, which will not be named. Yeah. Um, Many people don't make apps accessible for blind people, and YouTube is accessible for blind people. Yeah. I mean, and the thing is, like, that's the positive about Google, because yeah, Google, big evil company, it is, but they also have the resources to put into things like that, accessibility. Putting they're doing auto captions now. You can probably get auto captions on this video. Maybe not live, but maybe when you watch it back on replay, you could. So it's really great. What they're doing as far as that stuff. But there's also they're they're tailoring the algorithm for what's going to make them the most money, which makes sense for them, but sometimes it's not always good for people like us. So you get caught in the middle, and yeah, you just have to do the best you can with it, or don't, or you don't. You know, you can download the YouTube videos and keep them as long as you want. I do it all the time. Some are like 5 years old. Yeah, but you still probably have to play them in YouTube. I'm guessing. I don't think you could like save them on your like hard drive. I'll have to look into that a little bit more, but I don't think that's what we're talking about. Hey, Jamie, good to see you. Good to see you. So yeah, so hopefully the forum works for most people, and for anybody that it doesn't work for, just email me and we'll sort it out. My email is right on the forum, so just take that and just shoot me an email. Ideally, with all the same information that you would put into the form, and then I can sort it out from there. Second computer, play it through AI Gato IO box. Yeah, you can save YouTube videos on your hard drive. We artists and musos suffer in YouTube as our videos are short, get view hours almost impossible. Yeah. Well, I I never had a problem with that, and the reason that is because I started doing this show. And so what if someone's illiterate? Then maybe they have, I don't know. I'm not sure on that one. Some don't always allowed to get saved though. Okay. I'll send you a finished track. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And I'll play it on the show. In fact, you'll be one of the first tracks to be played because you'll be a new artist. So I always play new artists first. And what if I did like one show a month? Yeah. I think YouTube kind of likes the weekly thing. YouTube kind of likes the weekly thing. We just have to get you guys, you know, you guys are the best advertising that I have. Because you let other people know that this is happening, and you let them know this is where you want to send your music to, because it's a really cool thing, and we'll be unstoppable. You do it that way. Problem with downloading your videos and stitching them together in iMovie is each clip bleeds into the next with fade out. Yeah. I don't use iMovie, so I'm not sure about that. But weekly. Yes. I have lost many files and videos due to hard drive crashes, but never has anyone on YouTube or otherwise ever removed something once I've downloaded it. Yeah. You get on, yeah. It's just a bump in the road. It could be. It could well be. We're certainly considering that possibility. All possibilities are possible, I think, at this point. YouTube Studio in the content view, the three dots allow the option of download. Now, are we talking about the videos? If you have the video on your channel, you should be able to get it from there. That way, in the Creator Studio, and you just go over to content, and then one of the options there will be to download. Because I've had to do that before. If you have a show, let's say, there's been instances before where you have a show where something gets blocked and you have to edit something out. And I've had this situation where you can actually do that in YouTube. You don't have to take it out of YouTube. But I have had the situation before where some of my U-Rock shows from a few years ago, they used to be like 6 hours. And more than 6 hours. And once you get over the 6-hour mark, you can't edit anymore. So you have to download it off of YouTube, which is a really big video, and then you have to bring it into your own editing software, edit it, and then so I've had to do that before. And I've downloaded some of my shows before, so I could clip out stuff and make other content out of it. So, if it's on YouTube, you can get it back off. Yeah, exactly. All possible. I'm gonna put that on. Maybe I should put that on a T-shirt. All possibilities are possible. Because then if they weren't possible, they wouldn't be possibilities. A blind person using an animation app is not possible yet. That seems like an interesting design challenge for somebody to put together. There should be a way to do that. Speaking of which, I really need to back up. Yeah, the longer shows. I'm not a youngster anymore. I can't be doing 6 and 7 hour long shows. But also, I realized then that it was best to keep these shows at a maximum. Don't go over 6 hours, because if you go over 6 hours, then you can't edit in YouTube, and that's not good. Especially if you're playing people's music. And there's always the chance. It's very rarely happens, but there's always the chance that something will get blocked, and then you gotta get rid of it. Well, it makes it easier to get rid of it, and you don't have to lose. At least you get to keep your likes and stuff. It does mess up the live chat replay if there was a live chat or a premiere chat. You're gonna lose that, but it's better to lose that than lose all your views and all your likes and everything. So that's why I recommend anybody, do not go over 6 hours. I think just a general thing. Probably 6 hours is a bit long, but don't go over 6 hours generally, because even if you're doing, like, there have been people in the past, not me, but there have been people in the past who have done like fundraisers where they say, well, we're going to live stream for 37 hours or something like that. But the best way to do that, even if you're going to do that, break it up into separate shows. So when you get to the 6 hour mark, you get close to the 6 hour mark, end that stream, link people over to a new stream, and do a new stream. That way, if there's anything that happens that you need to get rid of, you can do it, and you can do it within YouTube. Because if you go over that 6 hour mark, all of a sudden, then you have to pull it off YouTube. You're gonna have to edit it in your own software and re-upload it, which is way more of a pain than just going into YouTube and like selecting the part you want to get rid of and say get rid of it, and it blink of an eye, it's done. Well, it actually takes a few minutes to process, but bullshit copyright nonsense. Oh yeah, we just talked about that on my latest show, because I did a cover of the I did a Hour of Rock a couple weeks ago for Halloween. I did a cover of Marilyn Manson's version of Sweet Dreams. So I did that, and I didn't get claimed because of the song. Like, it wasn't from whoever owns the rights to that cover. It was from a rap song that sampled it. Now, I was adamant, and I put in, as soon as I saw it happen, I put in a dispute for that because, and it was this rapper named like RR Tay. I'd never even heard of the guy before. So I put in a dispute because, if you have if you sample somebody's song, first of all, the song in itself is a cover. So even, like, really, it belongs to Eurythmics. Marilyn Manson got a license to do a cover of the song, but he doesn't have the copyright over the song itself anyway. But beyond that, this artist who sampled the song has even less of a claim to it because they just sampled it. And you know what they did? I submitted a dispute. They upheld the dispute. Warner Music upheld the dispute on the basis of this rapper who sampled the song. So and I could probably get a lawyer and fight. I mean, it ain't worth it for, whatever. If you got to see it live, you got to see it live. If you didn't, oh well. And I also did I did a search, and I found one other person who had used probably the same instrumental as me, also got claimed by this same rapper. I was like, man, they got blocked by this rapper. And I was like, man, I don't even know if this rapper even knows this stuff's going on. I'd probably reach out to him. I might not ask him to get played on You Rock because, yeah, I don't want to get my show blocked. But, yeah. Believe Music are a big copyright troll. Yeah, but this one just, like, it blew my mind because this guy has he's the least standing of anybody as somebody who sampled the song. I mean, you're the one, usually you get in trouble for sampling songs. Now he probably had the license to do it or whatever. But even if you have the license to do it, that's like Vanilla. It's like if I did a cover of Under Pressure by Queen and then Vanilla Ice sued me for it because he sampled the bass line in the song. What? You can't do that. That's not how it works. Not how it works. Okay. But the labels can do whatever they want on YouTube with this Content ID stuff, and nobody can do anything about it. And they just don't give a fuck. And they know I'm UMG or WMG or whatever, Warner Music Group. We have all the lawyers, right? Big, high-profile, powerful lawyers, army of them. You don't have that. Thomas Christ doesn't have that. And they know that. So they're like, whatever. I mean, good luck enjoying well, I mean, they blocked it. So it's not even like they're getting, if they had claimed it, I wouldn't even care if they claimed it. I probably wouldn't have even, whatever. Because the claim, enjoy your 5 cents for that video. Enjoy your 5 cents. But they blocked the whole show. And I could actually cut that out, but I thought it was a good performance. I was like, damn it, that was a really good performance, and it got blocked for that reason. If it had been blocked because the song itself, that's okay. That's the artist's right to do that. It's not this rapper's right to do that. That's where I have a problem with it. I got blocked on Crowmaster channel for showing my first band that I started in 1986, Voice of Destruction song. See, it's just crazy. They've claimed me for amplify loops. See, and that stuff's supposed to be all, royalty free. So you shouldn't have problems with that. Reasons are stacking. Yeah. One time they blocked a video of mine from my other channel, thinking I was stealing it from another person. See, and I don't want to poo-poo rap music. I do some rap music. I have a song. I actually have a song, FAI, that's supposed to come out at some point. Don't worry, that is coming out. It's just like I need to make a video for it, and I've been really, it's just another thing that I don't have time to do. But there will be a video for FAI at some point soon. I hope they get that out because that one's done. It just it literally just needs a video, and I had actually started working on the video and then kind of just got sidetracked. So it was good to hear it was cleared up. I always wondered how some channels get away with reviewing like 80 songs and then they say tried that, they block me immediately. Yeah, well, there's a whole cottage industry of people. I always laugh about this one. There's a whole cottage industry of people. If you look at this up on YouTube, you'll find it. So people listen to. It'll be like, so and so reacts to "Smells Like Teen Spirit" for the hearing it for the first time ever. I'm thinking, my God, what kind of a bubble do you live in? You never heard "Smells Like Teen Spirit" your entire life, and they're showing people that in the thumbnail, people that are 80, I'm not 80 years old, but people that are in their 20s and 30s. They haven't heard "Smells Like Teen Spirit" first time ever. I'm supposed to believe that? I mean, you would have heard it. How could you not hear it? How? I don't think that's possible. But there's so many people, it's like reacting to these big songs for the first time ever. I'm just using "Smells Like Teen Spirit" as an example, but I mean, you take your pick of any, like a Michael Jackson song or whatever, big songs that have been around for a long time. And they're hearing it. Enter Sandman by Metallica, reacting for the first time ever. I'm thinking, like, what cult did you grow up in? What kind of Amish community did you grow up in that you never heard any of this stuff? But there are people that do reaction videos. What is the one guy? His name is like his name is like Booger or something like that. I don't think that's right. But like I'm something. It starts with a B, but I can't remember. And like he's a younger black guy, listens to all kinds of different music and reacts to it. And he's had to start up multiple channels because he was getting so many takedown orders and so some blocks and things like that. So it seems like it's a real struggle to be able to do that. I think you should be able to do that stuff. Because but I would love to do things like that, but I just worry that the copyright police is going to be too I'd love to do like like industrial music and stuff that I like, but can't do it. It's too risky. You watch some of the reaction videos. Patreon, yeah, I could do it on Patreon. I think some people get away with it and others don't. Well, I mean, I think what they do is they just put stuff up and then some stuff you can get away with and some you can't. And the ones you can't, then they just get blocked or there's Dre Reacts. There's one. I mean, there's so many. There's literally thousands of these channels. And then there's ones where like you have like an opera singer or something or a vocal teacher reacts to like a performance by Guns N' Roses in 1992 or something, like all kinds of stuff like that. And it's fun, Eagles. Forget about Eagles for CCR. I would. It's like a lot of those. If you watch Rick Beato, it's like the classic rock bands for whatever reason, and it's kind of silly. He always makes the argument that people need to be educated about this music, and you got a younger culture where they're not getting to hear these songs and so forth. And if you do a video where you break down the song, you are, you're doing, really it's a promotion for that. But, they don't see it that way and they just block everything. And it's like, why the fuck are you doing that? Makes no fucking sense. Rick is the GOAT, though. The charismatic voice. So brain boggled over YouTube and my former distributor pulling the copyright shit on my own work. Yeah, and that's another thing too. Rick's latest video on metal is out of touch rubbish. You tell him, Jade. Get over there. Tell that Rick Beato. Put him in his place. Old man. Hey, I think you did. What do you know about metal, old man? I'll tell you. I'll tell you something. Not a Beato fan. Yeah, I go back and forth on him. I think he's a nice dude. I'd love to be able to sit and talk with him. I'd love to be able to sit and have a conversation with Rick Beato. But he's always pushing his book. He's got his book. I hear the book is not very good. People have reviewed it. I don't have it. I don't have the Beato book. I hear it's probably on the deepest discount it's ever been on, but I don't have it, and I'm probably not going to get it. but yeah. But yeah, his interviews good. He's got a lot of connections in the industry. Like he was able to get. I know Billy Corgan was on there recently. He's had some big name people on there. And it's cool to get to hear from them and somebody interviewing them who's not just doing a quick interview for like a magazine or media outlet or something, or like somebody doing a podcast. I mean, it's like really going to be thorough stuff. 70% of the metal bands he named are not metal. Well, yeah. we have our little disagreement about new metal, but I don't think all of it's good. Some of it is. Yeah, emo, I don't know. To my understanding, non-musicians I spoke to, Beato's book, yeah. No, there was a guy who did a video about it recently. It got a lot of attention, where he kind of talked about the problems with it and why and I guess he has like does he have a video course or something too? And he said something about like watching the video course, like it was more just like him like showing off stuff that you're not going to be able to, not doing it slowly enough that you can pick anything up. Is just like, oh yeah, do this. And that's I guess if you're already really advanced at guitar, that would be maybe helpful. But if you're more of a beginner or intermediate, watching Rick Beato doing video courses on ear training and stuff, I think is what they were talking about. Rick interviewed John Anderson of Yes, Jordan Rudess of Dream Theater. Well, I mean, Jade Starr has interviewed Jordan Rudess. Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. I'd like to see Kubrick or Folk Punk or Leela in a chat with Thomas. Yeah. But I've been trying. I've always wanted to figure out how to do. I've mentioned this like a zillion times before. How I can do, how I can do a show, like You Rock, and have guest, VJs on, with me. But I haven't figured out how to do that yet, and I'm working on how I can make that work, but it just kind of blows my, because the thing is, when you have guests on, you have to put on the mixer, you have to put mix minus on. So what that does is that takes away, like, your guests and stuff will be able to hear, or you'll be able to hear the music and stuff or whatever, but it won't go out because it's also going to have the person's voice in it, and then it just creates an echo. So if you've ever seen somebody doing like StreamYard and stuff, and somebody comes on and then all of a sudden there's an echo, that's because they don't have their mix minus set on. So you have to have that, but then you have to have that off to play the video, and you have to have everybody muted. And in order to do that, it just seems like it would be really, really, really tedious. To have to mute everyone and then turn that on and turn that off, play the video, then turn the mix minus, and inevitably I'm gonna forget one of the steps. I'm either gonna forget to unmute people, or I'm gonna forget to either turn on or off the mix minus, and then you're either gonna have a video playing with no sound, or you're gonna have echo, and neither of those things are good. It turns out. I checked on that, and it seems like that's bad when that happens. So, yeah. Yeah, I know, and that's the thing. I can't figure out how to do it. I know other people have done it, and there is maybe a workaround. All right, have a good night. I'm probably gonna be tapping out here myself. But thank you for hanging out here, and hopefully sending in a track for next week. Yeah. So where was I? Oh yeah, there's a workaround. At least in StreamYard there was. I don't know if it's even possible here in. I use Ecamm Live. Don't pull a Frank and mute yourself and keep talking to yourself. I've probably done that before at some point. But anyway, yeah, there's a way to do it in StreamYard because you can pull the tab audio out of like Chrome. But the problem with that is the problem with that it's in mono. And I don't want to play stuff in mono. Who wants to listen to mono? You know, people don't even want to get mono, let alone listen to it. Wrote a track, sending it to you next week. Awesome. Thank you. Hey, Pete Johns. Well, it's funny because like Pete was actually, the first person to use Ecamm was Ron Ward. He used Ecamm for years. And then Pete kind of took an interest in it one day. And then I looked at it and I was like, wow, this is really great. Because here's the thing about Ecamm. OBS on Mac is really dicey sometimes. And it's very confused. I mean, it's very, it doesn't play well with the Mac. So what this Ecamm Live thing is, yes, you have to pay for it. It's a monthly thing. But it gives you the ability, like it works really, really. It's like the deluxe version of OBS. It has almost all the features OBS has, but and then some. You know, seems to get really good. I've really been impressed with the results of it too. Unless it's Beach Boys Pet Sounds, nobody wants mono. Yeah. Oh, cool. So yeah, there's the link. Send them in. Have a good night, Michael. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for your great track on the show. Yes, very, very awesome. So all these things that I'm kind of working my way through and trying to figure out how to deal with all this stuff, and still, yes, we need to try the Zoom integration with all the extra time. I know. And there's been other stuff. I mean, it's like work and stuff has been really frustrating because it's not that we've been super busy. In fact, we're actually less busy than we've been usually at this time of year. But what we've been dealing with is this is just in my day job. We've had a lot of tech issues. We had them again today. And what happens is when there's tech issues, I have to constantly be telling other people what I'm experiencing. So things are going, if stuff isn't working, I have to tell them so they can tell other people. And somewhere down the line, it gets to somebody who can actually do something about it. So it's just been kind of frustrating in that way because there's been all these like tech issues, and I mean usually, it's the job itself is not super difficult, but when you have to deal with all that, it gets to be it just gets to be a lot. It's like, okay, but hopefully they get all that stuff sorted out. I still blame Windows 11 because we went from Windows 10 to Windows 11, and it's been chaos since then. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap this one up for tonight. I thank you all for being here once again, and I do this show here, the post game show every week after you rock. So usually it's for members only, but I opened it up to everybody today because I was talking about some kind of serious stuff. Usually it's a lot less formal than this. It's a lot just joking around and screwing around and being silly, and that's probably what it'll be next week, and we'll be all getting ready for Thanksgiving, at least in the U.S. And so we'll do it again next week. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. And once again, don't forget to get those tracks in urock.thomaschrist.net. And yeah, we'll have to see about Saturday where my voice is at. I might give it a test run on Friday night and see. Oh yeah, the Cloudflare and AWS. I don't know if that has anything to do with all that stuff either. It could. All right. Thank you all very much. Much love. Take care, and of course, keep rocking. I'll see you. Bye, everyone.